Hello, everyone. Welcome to the virtual red carpet right here on YouTube Merge Network. Right now, go share this on all of your news feeds. We're about to have a party. We're going to get to meet all the guests. Before we get started, I am Real Talk Kimberly Jones, right here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I have the honor of introducing all of the talent tonight. I am also a co-host on a show called Chatter right there on the Merge Network as well. All of you need to make sure that you go to your app store, go download the app in the Black app, and then you can search for Preachers of LA. You can also search for Chatter, and you are going to love it. So listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go right now. We are introducing all of our guests. We're going to start with Bishop Noel Jones and First Lady Loretta Jones. Y'all, she is such an icon. Wait till you see her outfit. So we can bring them on right now. I'm excited to meet them. Look at them. Are y'all so excited about getting married tomorrow?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we're very excited.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. We're excited.
Eclectic.
I can't wait. And then we are going to introduce now Pastor Dietrich Haddon. Pastor Dietrich Haddon, if you will make your grand entrance. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's up, Kim? Good to see you.
Good to see you too. You're on tour, so you're popping in. Thank you for doing that for us.
Absolutely. It's all love.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
And then I'm going to welcome Pastor Wayne Shaney into the room. How are you doing?
Tim? I'm doing well. Can't complain. Glad to be here with you.
So thankful for being here. Hey, how about Dr. Holly Carter? Dr. Holly Carter is coming in. She is the executive producer of Preachers of LA, Detroit, Atlanta, and founder of Merge Network. Is she coming and joining us? Nope, she's not. She says she's not coming on. She's not dressed. Y'all, so listen, let's get into it. I am so happy that all of you are joining us. I'm hosting this live because Preachers is back. We are so excited that Preachers is back, and it starts tomorrow night. We drop with the wedding of the Joneses, which we have all been highly anticipating. And so you can go right now. I'm going to say it again because all of you need to do this, and all of you are asking us, where do we find it? It's Merge TV, and it's the Preachers Reunion and Preachers Wedding Edition, which is premiering tomorrow, Tuesday, April the 23rd. So you can find it on Merge TV channel on the In the Black app, which you can download from your favorite app store. All right. Smart TV. You can also watch it on Roku and Apple TV. And you can also follow this YouTube page, Merge TV Network. So y'all ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Y'all ready to get into
Let's
it?
get into it.
We're waiting for Bishop Gibson and his beautiful wife. As soon as they make their entrance, I will welcome them in. So let's get into it, y'all. So are y'all excited about being back together?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I like these guys. I like them, Kim.
I'm so glad
It's
you
all
do.
right with me. They all right with me.
I love it. You're the one that keeps them going. I love it because I've been watching some of the show's premiere. You guys keep it hot and spicy. You are amazing. So tell us what you're excited about. So what are you excited most about tomorrow night watching the Joneses premiere of their wedding? Shaney, you tell us.
Yeah, listen, well, it's been an interesting journey, and I'm celebrating it. I'm just looking forward to seeing the look on Ron's face when he has to for all that he said, season 1 and season 2. But beyond that, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes love is a journey, and what I love about Preachers of LA is always redemptive. No matter what the loose ends were, by the end of the episode or season, those were tied up. And here at the reunion, we get the opportunity to see it come full circle. And it's a beautiful thing to see that love.
Yeah, I love that. What you think, Dietrich?
I think it's incredible. It's been a long time coming. and I'm a big, huge fan of Bishop Jones as a man, as a leader, as a bishop of the PAW, and to see how he made this decision and how he handled it, how he handled the pressure of people having something to say about his personal life. I think he did well. I think he exemplified great leadership, and I think this is the victory. This is the victory lap. Watching the show and seeing how everything just turned out. It's just wonderful. I was there. I wish I was in the wedding. I wish I got the call to be one of
Bitter.
the groomsmen, because I've seen some guys I ain't never seen. But and I've been there. But it's okay. It's okay. Bishop, know I love him, and I'm excited about it.
Yes. Well, Bishop Noel and Loretta, Lady Loretta, I think that a lot of us ladies are going to be watching just to watch your iconic fashion. You are amazing. Every Sunday, we all are watching you as you do your stories with your puppies and your clothes. So I am watching for
Thank
your
you.
clothing. But no, yes. Go ahead.
And the whole wing of my house, a whole wing of my house is dedicated to nothing but clothes. And
y'all waited a long time for that, though.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness, it seems as if
hey,
she's
lady,
accumulating that all the time.
hey, Lady Loretta, stand up and let us see what you have on right now. Y'all, when she walked in a while ago.
Today she's wearing Zimmerman.
Oh my Lord. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I love it. I love it. Well, I got some questions that I want to ask you before we bring some guests in. I'm going to start with Bishop Noel Jones and First Lady Loretta Jones. Now that you're married, does your relationship feel different as husband and wife? And also, how about you as a first lady? So y'all answer the first one right. Of course it feels different. I can answer that, but I'll let y'all answer it.
Different. Definitely, now that we are officially married, working for the church and being a part of the church, folds, being the first lady, that's different as well. I enjoy both positions.
Well, I think it's different for the better, because now I get a chance. Now I get a chance to see her skill set in terms of a managerial ability, and I think that flows over from the fact that she runs restaurant, runs a boutique, online clothes, and do all that kind of stuff. But it's a marvelous thing, because now I can put into implementation without any interruption those things that go through my mind. So when you have someone that's right here with you who understands how to move, and then the third thing of the thing is I can get accurate, spot on statements as to how things are being run, which is something I didn't get for 30 years. Now I can trust what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can absolutely tell when y'all tomorrow we all get to see it. I think I'm so excited about the dress. Was that like a huge ordeal? Were you a bridezilla or were you calm?
No, I'm very calm. My personality is very calm. I actually work better under pressure.
Yeah.
The dress was challenging, but once I saw it, I knew this was the one. I won't give away all the details. You have to wait until tomorrow to see that.
Yeah, dresses were coming from Ghana.
Come on.
From Ghana, from all over Africa.
It was hard. I had some dresses flown in and some. So yeah, it was difficult.
Oh, I cannot wait. We're all super excited. So Pastor Dietrich Haddon, so you're always the one, you tonight when we were getting on, you said, I'm not going to argue tonight. I'm not going to cause any fuss tonight. But you've always got something to say, and you always come at it like you're almost like a little pot stirrer, but yet you pull yourself back like you didn't do nothing.
Right.
No, I don't throw no rocks and hide my hand. What I say is what I mean. I come no chaser. I'm from the D, from Detroit. So what we say
Yeah.
is what we really mean. But it's all love. I'm excited about this, you know, that we were able to do this. And, you know, 10 years ago, when the last season of Preachers of LA, we kind of left everybody hanging with all of our lives, you know.
Yeah.
You know, people really wanted to know what would be the outcome of Bishop's and Lady Loretta's life. I mean, that was a big deal. That went through the whole kingdom, you know, the body of Christ, you know, putting them in question, then questioning all of us, you know. And there's been some significant changes in all of our lives since then. It's amazing how things can shift within 10 years. That was a decade ago.
Yeah,
but
can't even believe it.
To see Loretta's victory when they had a whole lot to say about her. Come on. I'm about to praise God in this.
We need to be three. We need to be three.
To shut down the mouth of the liars, the gainsayers. I mean, they came in droves at all of us. I found myself protecting them and fighting for them. They found themselves fighting for me. We were fighting for each other because we were all in it together. We did Preachers of LA together. We made history together, and we found ourselves protecting one another. And to see how the outcome as how God did that thing, man, I want everybody to come in droves.
I love it.
You talked about it. Now you get to see what the Lord has done. That's all I got to say about that.
I love that.
He prepares the table. He prepares the table.
Yes. I love it so much because you can tell y'all are family. Like you can tell that y'all really did build a relationship, Pastor Diedrich. I can see that. So Pastor Wayne Shaney, you're up next.
How are you?
So you have had some change in your life as well.
Sure.
You may be probably one of the most eligible bachelors in town, which is what they're letting me know. You
really?
Are.
I thought it was Michael B. Jordan, but listen,
I guess in the church world,
you're the Michael J. Jordan in the kingdom.
That's right. I love that. So as you are coming into this show with it looking differently, it looks differently this season.
Sure.
Are you coming in excited, ready, focused? Are you a little shaky, like finding your way?
No, you know, it was so good getting with these guys I hadn't seen in a while. In many respects, it was cathartic. It was healing, seeing their faces, their support up close and from a distance. As Dietrich said, you know, going to bat for me with critics. You know, again, it's certainly a paradigm shift. You told me 10 years ago that you know, I would no longer be married and we would be at the wedding of Bishop and Loretta. I don't know who would have believed that side of it. You know, that, I mean, obviously they knew that they were on their way to marriage, but you know, it settled in at various points during the filming, but you know, I'm in a good place. It's been a couple of years now and I'm loving life. I'm loving life.
Good. There is life after, which is a beautiful thing.
Right.
And you are carrying yourself really well. So they're saying, let's see, they're saying that Pastor Ron is seated. Is he coming in now? Are we getting Pastor Ron and his wife in, or should I bring in Larry Reid? Larry Reid is our first guest. Oh, there they are. How are you guys doing? Bishop Ron Gibson and First Lady Lavette. How are you guys?
Long time no see.
I know it is good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Tim, how are you?
I'm doing
Hello,
so good.
everybody.
Thank you so much. Doing wonderful.
Tim, do you remember you preached for me years ago?
I absolutely remember that. How could I
We
forget?
enjoyed it. Got to get
Thank
you
you.
back.
Yes,
Gotta
I'd be
get you
honored.
back.
I'd be honored.
Packed out
Well, we're
the house.
so y'all are a little bit behind, so we got to catch up real quick. I got some questions for you, and you know that they're going to make me ask this question because there's always some contention here. Are you both? Here's the question. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Are you both finally done with judging Bishop Jones and First Lady Loretta?
Hey, Kim.
That's the question.
That
was the question.
Kim, let me tell you something. Kim. I gotta take my glasses off on that one. I don't judge nobody because I got too much junk in my trunk. I'm trying to talk about anybody. I don't throw no stones. The Temptations used to have a song since Bishop Jones don't like me using scripture, because everything I say, even 10 years ago, he says, that's not, you taking that out of context. But see, he tries to use what I say, taken out of context, to use it as a pretext for what he wants to say next. So I'll just talk about the temptation. When you ask me, am I through judging them, I want you to hear this, Kim, and I want them to hear this.
Okay.
When you're living in the glass house, the Temptations used to say you can't throw no stones. And even to pick up a rock to throw at somebody, you get dirt on your hands. So I'm not judging nobody. But I just wanted them to get out my Kool-Aid too, though. You know.
What do you have anything you have anything
you have a hat on in the house?
Oh,
Okay, see what I'm saying? Hey Jones, let me tell you, because it's Ron's house. It's Ron's house. It's Ron's house.
Okay, yes.
It's Ron's house.
Come on.
I look like James Brown.
Put it back on. Put it back on.
Lady say I look like James Brown when I take my hat off.
I love it.
You, Bishop, you got to do you. Put that there.
I love it, Bishop. I love it.
But Kim,
Hey,
I'm not
Bishop.
judging them. I'm not judging them, Kim.
Yeah.
They see it that way, but that's the way they see it. Sometimes you can have eyes, 20/20 vision, and still can't see who a person is.
But you got to. The whole point, Ron, is that you have to stand for what it is you believe, and when you stand for what it is that you believe, you have to articulate it. And so I didn't regard it as any real harsh judgment.
Well, Kim did.
No, that was the questions they gave me.
Okay, so I got you. Okay.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Okay.
I'm pleading the fifth.
Hey, Kim, congratulations on your marriage, girl.
Thank you.
Marriage. Seems like you got a real nice husband.
I got a good-looking man. I sure do.
I need him to come to Bishop Jones' bachelor's party with me so he can help me jump on the gang.
Oh, yeah, you need some help.
I know I need some help.
No, you can handle it, Ron. You handle it very well.
I love it.
The problem, it just happens that you're going to have conflict when you've got 4 or 5 alpha dogs in the room.
Absolutely. And I think y'all do real well with it, because you got some very strong personalities, and you guys are doing it well, and we are enjoying it, and we are here for it. I am bringing in Larry Reid. This is when it's about to get hot and spicy. Larry Reid, welcome. You're muted.
I'm sorry. What's up, preachers of LA? How y'all doing?
Hey.
all right.
Doing fine.
Okay, I just have a few questions I want to ask. First, let me say congratulations to the lady that is hosting all of what is happening right now. I told you needed a black man. Tell him I ain't lying.
No,
I told him
Y'all did. I was a late bloomer. It took me. I was a hard learner. I was a late bloomer.
Oh, it's perfect. It's great. Okay, now there's so many things I wanted to ask. Nobody gave me questions. Don't get nervous, because what I do on the show is the show.
Yes.
But I want to know a few things. Number one, when it comes to where you are right now, Pastor Cheney, I know that place. I've been divorced, and it's very painful. How are you handling for real being seen by the world while you are still walking through the recovery period as it relates to a divorce?
The question is, how long is the recovery period? How long would you say the recovery period is?
I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
Because my marriage was almost 20 years or 18 years.
Right. So about 17 years. And it's been about 2 years. Since the announcement, and up front, it was challenging because, as Bishop said, we're playing out our lives in front of the world. There's so many things you have to manage. You have people that want to know every detail, along with balancing a real ministry. People are showing up looking for answers, but more importantly, my 16-year-old at the time, 15-year-old, and 12-year-old were heartbroken, and we had to, nurture them through that process. Up front, it was extremely difficult, but in that order, once they were good, and I processed through things a bit. It was, it got smoother. The first 6 months, no doubt, was challenges playing out in front of the entire world while we were trying to do the work behind the scenes, but in a much better place. Have entered in as we spoke briefly with Kim about. I've entered into the world. The dating scene in LA is not what I remember it being in my early 20s. That's for sure. But life is good. Life is good, and
I think that's important to be seen. I mean, you guys really trailblazed when it came to cameras getting into the life of a preacher.
Sure.
And I really like that you are showing that side of it. And then the other thing as relates to Bishop Noel Jones and Loretta, because all of us wanted you guys to get married, but I understand now, looking at the first episode, I think it was the second episode when Bishop started crying. I said, wait a minute. I understand now that he was really weighing out everything and what it means to, after I think about 30 years of being single, to go back into marriage and how that affect his business. Any preacher that has been through a divorce and now is getting remarried, Bishop Noel, what is your advice?
Well, you have to understand the ramifications of remarriage in terms of scripture and understanding how to and be right about it. And it becomes very difficult because many points of view is that the person that you were married to first has to die before you're free. And it's totally illogical when you stop to consider the fact that repentance for having made a vow and breaking the vow is the key thing that operates right there. Because I know in my organization I grew up, if A is married to B and B commits a sin, or B goes out of the marriage with fornication or adultery, with adultery and fornication from the word porneia means all illicit sexual activities. The whole point is when B breaks the vow, then we used to teach, or I was taught, that A is the innocent party, so A can get married again. But B, because B broke the vow, the punishment is B cannot get married again until A dies. But the whole thing is convoluted because here's the problem. If A is free to marry C, then the question comes, who is B connected to? Because are you going to tell me that B can go with A anytime B gets ready, because A was who they had a covenant with in the first place? The whole point is it gets real convoluted. But then when you're under the radar, you have no problem making changes. But when you were sitting where I was sitting, with everybody looking dead in my eyes, people don't understand the kind of conflict that goes into believing one thing, being taught one thing, having to.
Well, I didn't even
different ball game.
I didn't even consider it, and I'm apostolic like you are. I didn't consider it until I watched the show, and this is why everybody is watching. If LRLs, we're gonna take a clip and put this up. Please watch the show, because at that moment I was able to understand. Oh, I see why he was battling, because I got divorced in 2017. It's 2024. I'm still not married again, and it took me the first few years of unlearning what I learned as an apostolic person, that you can't marry again. Now, Loretta, this is very interesting to me, and I want to hear from you as we do. You were on a show, not married, committed to the ministry of Bishop Noel.
He's gone. Now we're going to welcome, right now into the show, we're going to welcome Jamal Bryant.
You got so much prophetic. I need to talk to Logan about your prophetic license.
I think we have a poor connection. Hold on one second. What happened to Larry? I'm asking the back end, y'all. Hold on one second. If Larry doesn't come back in, we are going to bring in Pastor Jamal Bryant. I really wanted to hear that question, Lady Loretta.
And nobody talks about, it's interesting what you were talking about, Bishop. Nobody talks about how it's that same religious mindset and all these theological doctrine that we believe these things that has caused a lot of people to marry prematurely.
Yeah.
And a
Exactly.
lot of people married the wrong person from the get-go, from the start. And if it
I,
and
I
it's
agree
that
with
kind of dogmatic teaching that have kept people in horrible relationships.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
when you start to deal with from a theological standpoint, God intended his divine will was one man, one woman all through your life. But then he had a permissive will because he said, because of the hardness of your heart, he allowed people to divorce. Now, here is the reason. One, if I'm living with somebody I don't want to live with and can't divorce them, murder. If I'm living with somebody who I don't want to live with, abuse. And then if you let her go, in Israel, she either goes to the street or she goes, when she's out of her father's house, now she has to be released to get into somebody else's house.
Bishop.
All right.
And
Hey,
that's the
now we
reason.
got William Murphy. Yay! Pastor William, welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out how I got in the middle of this conversation here. I'm back excited. I need to come back on the next segment. Yo. Listen, congratulations, everybody. Dietrich, what up, though, man? I can't believe it's been 10 years since you guys debuted this, and it's time. It's time.
Yeah, it's time.
Thank you.
Hey, Pastor William, what's one of the exciting things that you are excited about in this season of Preachers of LA?
Well, let me, please forgive me for being so rude. Let me greet protocol having been established to all of the bishops, certainly the Bishop Jones and Lady Loretta. Congratulations to you. I think everybody is super excited about watching the journey of dating and courting and all of this, and to see it end up here in holy matrimony is just amazing.
Yeah.
What an example it is to a generation who really has sort of thrown marriage out of the window. And so we celebrate again the transparency, just the honesty, the love, and the courage of not just the Jones family, but all of these families. Pastor Cheney and Bishop Ron, and just, of course, Dietrich and I grew up together in Detroit. So when Holly asked me if I come on the red carpet tonight, I said, absolutely. I'm just excited again about the church having a platform to the world so that they will know we are real people with real issues, serving a real God with real answers. So congratulations again to all of the LA preachers. They didn't, Kim, y'all didn't put me on the Atlanta preachers, so this is the best I could do. I know I had enough drama, but y'all still wouldn't put me on, but it's all right. I made it to LA preachers. So.
William, would you really do a show like this?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Listen, I didn't have enough of y'all.
That's why
I had enough of y'all. Listen, we had an incredible service on New Year's Eve. 150 people got saved, and y'all tried to kill me. Absolutely not. This is the first and last time y'all gonna see me.
But you see, I stood up for you, Doc. I fought for you.
Listen, and you were the only one who stood up for me, and I said that's my homeboy. But listen. Church will never be what it was, and to God be the glory.
Wow.
Well, Dietrich had better stand up for you. because Dietrich is far left than anybody.
Listen.
I can't hear Bishop. What did he say? There's an echo there.
Yeah, it's a big echo. Yeah. All of us have left in us. We all are right.
Wow.
See, let me put it to you this way. Let me put it this way. My sister Grace, growing up, the pendulum was all the way to the right.
All the way.
All the way on the heavy manners. Now you let that pendulum go, and it swings all the way to the left.
Wow.
But it keeps on swinging until it comes to balance.
Wow. Wow.
That's just the way it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, William, I gotta tell you something, man. I don't know if I should say it on this red carpet here. I don't want to mess up the show. But I'm gonna call you and tell you. A lot of people saying, "Hey, man, what you doing standing up for your brother?" I come from a large family.
Right.
You mess with one of us.
You mess with all of us. You mess with all of us.
And I'm the first one swinging. Now, if it's a one-on-one fight, I'll step back and see who's got the best hands. But let somebody else jump on my brother. I'm gonna be the first one fighting. That's the way it is. I was talking to another brother. I said, "Hey, you see our brother going through whatever's going on?" Can y'all hear me?
No.
Can y'all hear me?
No.
Lost you, D.
We can hear
No, we
you.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
I was talking to another brother of ours who said, "I'm gonna let William just deal with what he got to deal with." And I said, "Man, that's not the way we were brought up in the D. We don't let it happen like that." So it's funny to me. He said he made his bed, he got to lay in it. It wasn't 3 weeks later he went viral.
That's how it usually happens. That's how it usually goes.
Pastor William, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank y'all. Congratulations. We're all watching. We're all praying. We love you all. The best of everything. The Lord be with you. And we'll see you soon.
Love you, man.
All right, y'all.
Bye. Now we're going to welcome Dr. Jamal Bryant.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, Dr. Jamal. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Kim, for letting me come on with 2 generals and 2 lieutenants of the gospel. They are incredible. And to both of the first ladies, let me extend greetings to both of them. I'm delighted to be with all of my friends today.
God bless you, Pastor.
Thank you.
Hey, Dr.
What's
Jamal.
up, baby? What up?
Hey.
Dr. Jamal, what are you excited about this season with preachers?
It is the obtainability of the gospel. From 1570 until 1965, the entire Catholic liturgy was in Latin. It wasn't until 1965 that they shifted it, that you could speak it in whatever language you lived in. I think what the preachers are doing is translating the gospel so that people can speak it in their own language. It is a critical moment. All of this team is in LA. And what is significant to note is this is the largest section of television history of unscripted television. So when I grew up, it was Good Times and the Jeffersons and Love Boat. And all of that is gone because I'm on the I'm in the new black Hollywood in Atlanta, which is Love and Hip Hop and Black Ink and Housewives of Atlanta. And so reality television is now the passport. The reality, Bishop Gibson, is that when Donald Trump ran against Hillary Clinton, nobody thought Donald Trump was smarter than Hillary. Nobody thought he had more experience. They thought Donald Trump was more relatable. And because of the relatability, they were able to vote. And a lot of churches are missing it because they're too scripted. And being scripted, there is no authenticity. And so what it is that the preachers have done has allowed themselves to operate as David and take off the emperor's clothes and say, this doesn't fit me. Let me get from behind the podium and show my wounds and show my scars and show my process and know that people really are clamoring for it. And let me say to all of you, Wayne, the people who are offended are the people who are holding on to the last remnant.
Yeah.
puberty is never comfortable. Because in puberty,
Jamal, you would call it the neo soul.
Say it again.
You call it the neo soul, huh, Jamal?
I call it neo
soul.
Yeah.
You call it the neo soul of the gospel.
Yes, but you still in Soul Train, Ron. You not neo soul, you a Soul Train. I saw that afro. I could smell the soft sheen.
I resemble that. I resemble that.
No, you're a real one,
We
brother.
can smell the sheen.
That's my big. Let me say this because I've never said it publicly. Ron Gibson gave me my first diamond bracelet. I don't even know if he remembers this. Wow. I came to preach for him for Youth Day. And I said, man, that bracelet you got on is incredible. He took it off of his wrist and gave it to Kim. Did you fall out?
I'm falling out under the anointing. Hold on.
You're not talking about church and women just dropped.
Jamal, I got another one for you. I got another one for you, Jamal.
I'll be in LA next month. Don't tempt me with a good time.
It was, the word was so strong.
Yeah.
That's Cartier too.
I'm coming. First lady is gonna hold you accountable.
That was
My brother though.
So you got anything else to say?
How's your dad and mom doing?
Man, they're doing
How's your
well.
mom and dad doing, Jamal?
They're doing well. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. Anytime you have the gift of aging parents, I don't take it for granted. My dad is 80. My mother is 76. My dad just started driving a motorcycle. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Let me tell you a funny story, Lady Loretta. My mother called me about a year ago and was laying me out because my father told her I bought it for him. So I like, I don't even have a motorcycle. How I'm gonna buy him one?
Wow. He didn't want her to know that he bought it.
Yeah, he had no idea, but he's covered me so much over the years. I owed him that at least.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, but no, I'm grateful. I'm excited about it. Thank you all for making the gospel reachable for a generation. This is the largest demographic of Black people in the history of America who does not go to church.
Wow.
The largest demographic of Black people who say they don't believe in organized religion and have questions about God. So thank you.
They don't know what they're missing, Dr. Jamal.
No, you
don't know what they're missing because you don't get no cooler than Bishop Noel Jones.
Yeah,
but Noel Jones is the man. I'm telling you.
I think church has to operate in a community environment, particularly now more than ever before, because we miss the Gen Zs, we miss the millennials, and now the alphas. And unless we go into their world, meeting their needs, we're going to be lost.
So good.
Absolutely. When you consider the average Black church post-pandemic is streaming on Facebook, but most of Gen Z and alphas are now on TikTok. 92% of Black churches don't have a TikTok account. So that they're missing an entire generation.
Yeah, man.
Who would you like to?
And I think that's why it's so important that preachers of today be very relevant and very relatable. We must be very relevant and very relatable, because I'm finding out, Dr. Jones and Jamal, it's not that young people don't like Jesus. They just don't like oftentimes the way we package Jesus.
Yes.
And we have to make Jesus relatable that will impact their lives.
Very, very true.
That's
the way we package Jesus is very important.
My brother, you killing it.
Preachers of LA is a new way of packaging the gospel relevant to the times in which we live.
Well, and again, without saying too much, Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and forever, has been taken so wrongly, because I looked at it and I said, well, how could it be the same yesterday, today, and forever in a changing world if he's not changing to be the same? So the whole issue then came to light when the cameraman said to me, he said, now, Bishop, I'm going to shoot you from different angles, but you are the same person. See, the problem is we have demanded that each generation see Jesus from our angle.
Right.
Not from their angle.
and they need to see him from their angle. I mean, they hymned it, they gospeled it, now we rap it.
Wow. No, that's great. It's the same bread. We just gone from biscuits to croissants. So just put some butter on it.
That's so good. Nobody says it's quite like Bishop. Nobody. Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
Wayne, are we beefing? You ain't spoke to me the whole day.
Listen.
You my Morehouse brother.
I was trying to get it in, man, but I couldn't get it in. Listen, I said you're killing it, man. You could write the blueprint on this, and I was grateful that you're on because I was the only single brother this entire interview, man. You gave me some relief.
This is where I log off. Thank you all. I'm grateful. I don't want Ron to come get me. Y'all have a good one.
Good to see you, Dr. JJ.
So good. This is where I log off. And just like that, now we're going to welcome, this is so good, guys. You guys are doing a great job. We're going to go to right now, Teresa Harrison Jackson. Teresa, we welcome you in here. How are you?
I am wonderful. It is so good to see all of you. Hey, Real Talk Kim, and my friend Bishop Noel Jones and Lady Loretta, Bishop Ron Gibson, and Lady, let's see, Levette is how you say it. Levette. And Dietrich. Hey, Dietrich. Yes. And Pastor Wayne, good to see you, my friend. Listen, you guys have been innovators in the space, and kudos to Holly Carter for her vision. What do you think? Even I don't know if anybody wants to answer this as a couple, but what do you think people's biggest takeaway is from what you have done on the air? This whole innovative journey.
I think the biggest takeaway, I hope, is that we have our humanity mixed with our divinity. We're Christ-like. Jesus was 100% man and 100% God. And that's why I said our humanity is merged, no pun intended, with our divinity. So pastors are ordinary, but the grace makes us extraordinary to do what we couldn't do in our humanity. The Holy Spirit gives us to press toward the mark. And the fact that we have to press means we have restraining forces coming against us. But the driving forces that are in us, greater is he that is in us, gives us the grace to make it through the bumps in the road. So we're just trying to show people that we're people too, and we have problems like everyone else. And I think that's why this show is so successful. Well, what I
that's great.
The reason I signed against much opposition, but the reason I signed up is I wanted to reduce the iconoclastic attitude that people had towards preachers and pastors, to reduce the iconoclastic. Okay, so let me put it another way. To whom little is given, little is required. To whom much is given, much is required. But to whom much is given, not all is not required. We want to show that we have been given much, but we don't have it all.
Yes, I love it. Pastor Wayne, Dietrich, any comments on that question?
Listen, anytime I get the opportunity to jump on with these guys, I jump at the opportunity. I mean, more than the show itself, just to have us all in the same room was a beautiful thing. And with everything I had going on at the time, a couple of years ago, it was therapeutic for me.
Yes.
How much their presence meant. Every single one of these guys I respect tremendously, and that was a little the selfish reason. The other side of it is my dear sister Holly Carter. I'm so proud of her. She's not just producing the show, but launching an entire network. And I want to be a part of history and to be a small part of all that she's doing. I mean, it's amazing to see how much has evolved in the last 10 years. I mean, Lemmy has an entire network. Holly has a network, and it's just an honor to be a part of this. Love these folks.
I love it. Thank you. Dietrich?
I really firmly believe that that this show was ordained by God 10 years ahead of its time. And I just heard from Jamal Bryant and listening to Bishop and seeing how we're losing all of our young people from going to church, from the church. I believe one of the keys to stopping the great apostasy is to be relevant or be transparent. I'm sorry, be transparent and just really reveal who we are as human beings. For so long, we had to be perfect in order to be respected as leaders. And we showed people that you can still respect us while we're showing you who we really are as human beings, as well as men of God and women of God. And I think God was trying, well, not trying to do anything, he was doing it, getting us ahead of it. Because the way we're going to win this generation is by being flat out real. Because they can see right through it.
Yeah.
Let me ask
fake. Yeah. Go ahead.
I want to ask the wives, Loretta, Lavette, how did you help your man, your husband, stay balanced through this whole thing? Were there things you said, no, baby, don't say that, don't do that, or were you just like alone?
I didn't feel the censor, Noel. I feel that this platform, what you see with Noel on Sunday is what I get at home. There's a difference, and the pulpit that I'm with daily. The great thing about this platform, it allows the younger generation to see you don't have to hide behind the pulpit. If you have an issue, we can discuss it openly. I think the naysayers, their biggest problem is they can't tell your story before you do.
Interesting point.
I'm sorry, you broke up there. You said
that's an interesting point.
I said, I think the biggest issue with the naysayers is the fact that they can't run to the gossip blogs and tell your story before you do. It's not that they have a problem with the show, because you guys are watching gossip all day. So if you're watching it and you're gossiping about so I'm trying to understand, why are you against people who are coming to tell their own journey and their own story? Yeah. So I don't think it's an issue with the show. I think the issue is you have control of your content.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we've never seen that before from the pastor, from the pulpit, from the first lady. We never saw that on TV. So we knew it was going on and we would gossip about it. But now, because of the internet and all of that social media stuff, that's great. The great comment. Sister Lady Lavette.
Well, this was totally a new experience for us, for everyone. Yeah. And I was a little hesitant. You know, it's like, ooh. And you know what? My husband, like being transparent and real, that's nothing new to him. For people that follow his ministry, that's just who he is. And my tendency, you know, is to say, oh, honey, don't say all that, you know. So here we go, not just in a, you know, building, but now we're all, you know, on television. So sometimes I did, you know, give a few little suggestions, but my husband's going to be true to who he is. And I think that's what makes him so lovable and attract the people that he attacks.
Oh, look, they should have
that's so sweet.
They should have saved the
our track and I attack. I'll fight the good fight of faith.
Right. Let me ask the final question and I'm out of this. In your personal walk, I know that there were changes along the way. Bishop Noel, you got married, Pastor Wayne, all of the things that happened. What in this show, and you alluded to it, Pastor Wayne, the healing, the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the connections. But what else helped your personal faith? Bishop Jones, what helped your personal faith? What, Bishop Gibson, what strengthened you as a part of this journey?
The thing that is important to me is the eclectic thought ways. I mean, everyone has their own idiosyncratic conceptualization of God. I cannot imitate or duplicate your God. And so consequently, because I'm around men who are alpha and who speak their minds, my personal journey became enhanced and embellished because I had
different points of view to examine and look at. So there is thesis, synthesis, there's thesis, antithesis, then there's synthesis. And that's how we operate.
What is he talking about?
I gotta get my dictionary out, bro. I gotta get my dictionary out, my brother.
No,
expand us, Bishop. Expand us.
Yes.
What's that word?
I make a point. I make a point.
Yeah.
I make a point. Then Ron refudiates the point. Then both of us work on bringing our differences together.
Iron sharpens iron, brother.
I love it. I love it.
Like I said earlier, it's redemptive, but beyond that, for me personally, I felt like I was watching an example play out in many respects. You know, when you go through divorce, you experience that, loss of marriage, and you know, you ask yourself in ministry, what does tomorrow look like? What does recovery look like? Will I be able to trust someone and to give my heart at this age and stage? And to see Bishop Jones, he's a space he's navigated, and for it to come full circle with a beautiful wedding at the end, you know, he's married to the love of his life. It was the substance of things hoped for. So, you know, that's how it strengthened me in many respects.
That's great. Thank you. Dietrich, Pastor Bishop Ron?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
The question was, how did this whole journey with Preachers of LA, how did that strengthen your personal faith?
Oh, just the brotherhood. The brotherhood itself with these great men. These are not just ordinary guys, period. These are the best of the best, period, in everything. Whether it be in gospel music or whether it be on the pulpit, it gets no better than any of these guys. And so to be able to, you know, glean from them and learn from them and watch them navigate through their situations out in public and before the masses, and still maintain their relationship with God, still maintain their callings. It was incredible. It was incredible. And so for me, I soaked it all in, and I can say I became even a better man just being a part of this brotherhood to watch these guys. And so I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to be a part of something so great.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this evening. God bless you.
We're going to open it up for some. Oh, wait, we got Willie Moe Jr. He did show up. Willie Moe Jr. We welcome you. There he is. We hear his dog.
Hey.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, all right.
Hey, we want to also tell all of our audience to, if you have a few questions, we're going to be wrapping up in the next couple of minutes. But if you have any questions you want to ask any of the pastors on here, we will give you a second. Drop it in the comments. And let me see what my next steps are. Any questions? Any questions? No questions. Then we're going to start wrapping up. Y'all, thank you, pastors. Thank you all.
Kim.
Yes.
Kim, I would like to have a question, if I may.
Absolutely.
On our preachers reunion, they asked a question. Bishop Jones did. I think it was a good question. He asked if I were going on a flight, say from Los Angeles to New York, there was one first class seat and one coach seat. Which one would I opt to take? So I answered that, but they didn't give it an opportunity for my wife to answer. So if you will, can my wife answer that?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I pitch that to you. If there was
you've got a coach. You've got a coach, Ron. You've got a coach.
Yes, sir.
You have to bring this up because you had it as a coach. You said now I'm not looking at
Bishop Jones.
My wife to
Bishop
make
Jones,
me
listen.
Bishop
Jones. Slow down, man. Slow down, Doc. You're going to have a heart attack. Watch out. Let her answer.
They got their emotional support puppies now.
I want you to hear this, Bishop Jones. I want you to hear this, Bishop Jones, and sisters and Mrs. Jones.
Okay.
Go ahead, babe. Why would you be a coach?
So what was the question?
Right, you gotta prep her ahead of time, man. You can't do it live.
And then a first class and a coach. Which one would I be sitting in? And you said, like, you took the tickets. Take it to
Y'all got to get on one accord over there. Y'all got to get on one accord over there.
That's kind of, I wasn't expecting that question.
Oh my goodness.
Answer the question like you will answer that night. When you said, I'm the CFO.
I haven't.
Right.
Okay, let's go from there.
No, I simply
didn't
ask the question.
If you just sell the man cave, you can fly private for the rest of your life.
Y'all, this was so good. I
know what? I love to go first class. That's what I love to go first class. And
you deserve first class.
That's all.
You are.
That's all. No, that's not all. If you purchase the ticket, you said, if you purchase the ticket and we go first class,
right?
And you starting to say when you purchase the ticket, if all you can get is a first class and a coach, what were you going to say at the reunion?
Well, I think it's a little out of context, but I believe what I was saying is that sometimes I personally might buy a lower cost ticket and bump it up. And the only reason why I might not be in first class if there was not a bumped up seat available. I think that was
because we know that would never put you in coach.
No, he wouldn't.
I understand exactly.
Sister Loretta.
I understand exactly what you're saying.
No, he would
exactly,
not. And I agree with that.
Exactly.
Just gets accidentally.
No,
let's get into this conversation.
Bishop Ron, we know you wouldn't. We know you, Bishop Ron. That's your queen.
Between two people,
yes.
Then let Ron. Here's what we do now. We're gonna fix it. Ron will buy the tickets. That if we end up with one seat in first class, he will prefer you.
Well, you know what?
Whatever makes y'all happy.
Whatever makes y'all happy. That's a little glitchy, but this man treats me like a queen. That's why I've been here 42 years. He's an awesome man.
You're too near me not to hear me.
Some more sugar.
He's done a good job, Bishop Joel Jones. He's done a good job.
Yes,
absolutely.
He's not perfect, but he's a good man.
Let me put it this way, on Ron's favor. Ron has got a big ego. Ron has got a giant ego, and a man with an ego is not going to let his woman down.
No, he's not.
His life. He's going to make sure his house is right, his cars are right, his clothes are right, and he's not going to look like Solomon and his wife look like he's homeless.
That's exactly right.
That's true.
Only Bishop could call someone egotistical and make it palatable.
That's the truth. Well, y'all, listen, we're wrapping it up. Thank you guys so much. We are so excited. I know the audience is going crazy over there. Everybody's excited and pumped. Listen, tomorrow, for all of you watching right now, listen to the dogs. The dogs are ready to go too. The dogs are starting to growl.
Like Rottweilers.
Yes, they little small Rottweilers. So listen, for all of you watching as we close out, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Did you want something, Dietrich?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. So listen, for all of you, thank you guys for watching tonight. Tomorrow, make sure that tonight before you go to bed, in fact, right before we get off of here, go straight over to In the Black app. Go to anywhere your streaming platforms where you get your Candy Crush apps or whatever you are out there getting, and look for the In the Black app, and then go
In the Black Network. In the Black Network.
In the Black Network, and make sure that you're looking for tomorrow, Tuesday, 23rd, premiering tomorrow will be the wedding edition, only on Merge TV. And you can find the Merge TV channel on the In the Black Network app, which you can download from your favorite app store, Smart TV, Roku, Apple TV, and follow this YouTube page. We can't wait. We celebrate all you pastors, and we will see
Love you, Holly.
you tomorrow.
Love you, Holly.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you,
Great job,
Congratulations.
Kim. Great job,
Thank you,
Kim.
Dietrich. Thank
Love
you.
y'all.
Thumbs up.
Excellent.
Bishop Loretta, I can't wait to see the show tomorrow.
Merge TV is bringing you elevated content, redeeming conversations, and inspired entertainment every day of the week.
We really feeding this up.
Always empowering,
You have a lot of people that want to be well known. My thing is I want to be worth knowing.
always uplifting,
What if you were to embrace every gift you have without fear, but with complete confidence?
and always entertaining.
I know no one is down here arguing but Ron Gibson.
Merge TV, elevated content, redeeming conversations, inspired entertainment. Find us on the In the Black Network. Download the In the Black Network app from your favorite app store or smart TV.